Welcome to the banks of the Red Cedar, East Lansing, home of the Michigan State Spartans, where the fans have been ready for hours in anticipation of this big one we have coming up. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Hawkeyes will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Michigan State's offense takes the field. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse, too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
The give to the back. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Give to the single back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
A run for the quarterback. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
QBs that can run completely change your game. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read, the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. The Spartans will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Hawkeyes offense will take the field for the first time. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Here's the give off the left side. On the move at the 30. All kinds of running room. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa!
This guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Looking for a productive play on first down. finds his man. It's Carter. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense set on first down. Using his legs, it's Carter. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
To the air, it's Child. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in the stadium, I think, was expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He's got him in the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. The Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot up over to the bench and wait for your turn to get the shot.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Scanning the field, it's McNamara. Quickly to the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. Running toward the tape. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to break down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeyes. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. He's going to run it. He was able to squirt 3 and pick up just a few on that one. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This offense has a 2nd down play. Looking left. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Here's the handoff. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. To the air, it's Child. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. He'll throw on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Belling. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Spartans are marching down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. This guy fits that Spartan quarterback mold, a guy who makes plays, a Jeff Smoker, a Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, a guy that you can depend on. You got to find that guy that can complement who you are and what you offer.
Snags it! He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Spartans line it up with a 1st and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Spartans! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. And this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. 1st down here for the offense. Wide out in motion. They'll run the jet sweep, trying to spread this defense out. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Didn't get any breathing room on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking for a man. It's McNamara. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 25. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They'll keep it on the ground. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And he laid the lumber to stop it from getting the 1st down. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the Oak. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Child. Feeling some heat. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. From deep in their own territory, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Foster. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He's going to pass. Dances away to buy time. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Foster. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. To the air on first down. Unleashes one deep. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
You got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
They'll go back to the air on second down. What a snag by the defense. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Trying to get to it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Dropping back, it's McNamara. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on first and 10. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Would they go for a big play on first and 10? He's looking to throw it. Coming after it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. They were really starting to put a drive together. And after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on third and 10. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And he's got it from 57. What a beauty. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Going up top on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. And the Spartans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Line gets set, first down. Trying to set the tone with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Looking for a man. It's McNamara. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender, understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Now on second down after the short completion. Handoff from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Pulls it in. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Comes out throwing on first down. Makes his connection. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to pass. It's McNamara. Soft spot in the middle. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
He's going to pass on second down. Finds his back in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. The snap sets up the throw. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. He leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Quick strike complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
That's a really good looking throw, and I love the decision right there. When I think back to my favorite Michigan State quarterback ever, it's Kirk Cousins. Wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest, fastest, didn't have the best arm. But he made good decisions. He read the defense and threw the ball accurately on time. This guy has the ability to do that too. If he keeps this up, this offense is going to be tough to stop.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Holding.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Back to throw, it's Child. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record.
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. It's on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. The offense set for a 1st down play. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
Throws to the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And the stomping has commenced. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money, he's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving his defense up.
The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And that's the end of the line for the return man, but still business to attend to. A penalty marker is down.
Return team.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Child. Nice move to keep running. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Spartans moving quickly to the line.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Foster. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a 1st down. They're trying to get to it. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing.
And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. He's run out of bounds after the big game, and they are in business 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for the offense. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sparty. How about this? These guys are going for 2. Trying to pound it in. He'll make his way in for the 2, and now they're down by 16. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. He'll start this drive firing. Got it in the middle. It's Lachey. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on the 2nd down.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up 3rd down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
Makes the catch. It's Gill. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. The punters have had the day off up to this point, 1st one of the game. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. He fires a bullet to the right. And he makes the catch inside the 15. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. Wants to throw. It's Childs. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
This defense doesn't even have a chance to blink after just giving up an explosive play. You get lined up, and all of a sudden they're throwing it over your head again into the end zone. They better get ready, lined up. I'd expect another shot coming.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State. Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Timeout called by the defense. their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on third down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Spartans have him back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Iowa has the ball back on offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the dub.
Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth. It's keep that clock running. It's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. yards out, and he powers it through the uprights. The last thing you want to do here is give up a big return, pin them back, and then the defense can just stop them from scoring a touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing? He lobs one high down the left side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. To throw, it's Childs. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's going to go down as time has run out. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work hard. Welcome, everyone, to Rice-Eccles Stadium and one of the most intimidating environments in all of college football, mostly because the Utah Utes are always a handful. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Utes will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Michigan State Spartans offense will take the first swing of the game. And there he is, a man who makes an entire stadium hold its breath every time he touches the ball, Jesse.
This defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as the game goes on. He's the kind of guy, David, who can wear a defense down.
And he is the primary focus. That's what this defense is focused and keyed in on. We got to stop him if we're going to have success today.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Good timing on the quick out. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Spartans will punt it away on fourth down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff in where you used him twice in that loss a week ago. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Utah Utes offense will get the ball for the first time. On first down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
That middle linebacker just wanted it more, man. He came right up the middle. He was able to beat and cross the offensive lineman's face and work his way to the QB.
This play will be a big indication of whether this drive goes anywhere on 2nd and long from the 11. Off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
The sure hands, it's Bernard. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Utes send out the punt unit. On the move, it's Glover. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They'll give it to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Running back searching for a hole. Still running at the 40. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. Power football with the run. At the 45, on his way. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front seven even get a finger on that guy.
So after the huge chunk play, they've got it first and goal from the 10. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They move the tight end all over. Handoff to the lone back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Spartans. They'll try to add another to their lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The run from the shotgun. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
Right back to the well. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And stampeding through the defense. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The back goes in motion. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Got it in the middle. It's Ryan. Stops after making the catch.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Back to throw. It's Rising. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
Got his man on the right. Knocked down for the tackle.
Need to do a better job as a defender tackling the catch. On the curl route, he had a chance to break on the ball, get the receiver down, couldn't do it, and as a result, they give up an explosive play.
Encroachment. Defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. They've really controlled the ball on this drive, and the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Now the play fake. into the end zone. Ball in the air, intercepted. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
They're bringing heat. That's reeled in. It's Foster. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Fast motion from the offense. The give to the tailback. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Complete to the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Smarty.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game. But defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB's looking for.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Utah 0.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here to make something happen on this side of the football.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Snagged in the middle, it's Parks. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Got his man in the middle. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Illegal flag in the back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Looking to throw for it. catch in the middle. It's Sparks. And the Utes get enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Back to the air one more time. Feeling some heat. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. After the misfire, it's second down. Dropping back, it's Rising. Gets it out fast.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yards.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the right. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback adapted. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Fires to the middle. And that pass picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Got his man quickly. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Man, he's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Makes the grab. It's Sparks. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He got it. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Trying to beat the D deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. The Spartans will boot it away to start the 2nd half. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. The Utes decide to punt it away. Bringing it back, it's Glover. He gets a block. He almost broke that one. They finally get him stopped, but let's see if he had a little help. There's a penalty marker now. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Quick handoff. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Gonna run it. It's Carter. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
When you're a defense, you need to stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Childs. Going for it all. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Spartans are on the move. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He wants it all. And it's caught. Touchdown, Michigan State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score. Michigan State 21, Utah.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Trying to get the corner on the jet sweep. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Running back goes in motion. On the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Lining up to convert third down. Dropping back, it's rising. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Utes will punt this one away.
Number 34 on to punt it away.
On the return, it's Glover. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Line gets set, first down. Looking for space, it's Carter. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for one pitch, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They believe they can run right here. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll try the run. Plows through the defense. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to power their way ahead. And the Spartans will move the sticks.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. See if they can get the edge on the jet sweep. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
I love defenses that can game tackle. How about the defense getting a lot of hats to the football? That receiver's a fast dude. But this defense, they've got a lot of team speed themselves, and they showed it right there.
And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You've got to be physical when facing up against this offense.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football and keep running the clock.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. The give. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. 2nd and goal coming up. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12.
And this offense trying to be... This quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in...
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back.
Hold it.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Navy is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Notre Dame.
Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Grabbed behind the line. It's Parks. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up the second down.
Dialing up a second down pass play. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet pull and catch is plenty to give them a first down. The Utes will hustle to the line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The aerial assault continues. He's right on target. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
1st and goal for Utes.
To the air, it's Rising. Going for 6. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. They'll run the ball, the clock is on their side. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up. And
he's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Stanley. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. 1st down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. It's Rising. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Really need positive yards on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. going up top on first down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And these defenses put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominate.
A shot toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the score.
Throws toward the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. The rankings, the odds makers, everything indicated that these guys had a big hill to climb. But they climbed it, they got to the top, and they get a landmark win.
And we know coaching staffs always do a great job trying to motivate their own guys and get them ready to play a ranked opponent. But David, to me, it looked like this team just wanted it more. They came out, they were the more physical team, and they did what they had to do at the end of the day to get this win.
Yeah, and how do you gain respect? You want respect. You talk about our team's a really good team. You want to build on that. You beat good teams. That's what